Here with Enlightened Mystic Essentials, and today we are going to do your love reading with a spiritual connection. So we are going to the True Lovers Oracle for your love messages, followed by main energies of these messages. Then we're going to Doorway Gateway to Spirit to see what your spiritual messages are, right? And then for your spiritual connection, we're going to the Lightworkers Oracle. Anything that needs to be broken down, we will. And everything that needs to be surrendered, released, or accepted, we will. So, water signs. Cancers, Pisces, Scorpios. The most injuring numbers on the boards at this time are the 4s and the 2s, because those are the numbers that toggle from the light to the dark, from positive to negative, right? And the most injuring color at the time, or at this time, is the brown, right? So let's see, Spirit for water signs, what is the love message that you have for them at this time? All the way on the ground, dating is here. The grounding of dating. Yes. Whether it is time for you to date, or someone is coming in to ask for a date. We're going to see another love message, Spirit. And you have 2. Grounding of maturity, right? Yes. Yep. And soulmates is here. Let's go. So you have 3 love messages, right? But your soulmate and maturity goes together. They go together, right? So Spirit for water signs, Cancers, Pisces, Scorpio. What is the spiritual connection that you have for them pertaining to love? What do they need to see directly on top of you? Woo, that was quick. You have, 1111, baby. Messages and numbers. Let's go. Water sign. Look at you. It's time, baby. So Spirit for dating. What is the energy surrounding dating? All right, you have 3. 3. You have financial constraints or restrictions. The 7th chakra is here, that mental chakra, and the garden and the gate. I see situations. Spirit, what is the energy surrounding maturity towards the soulmates for water signs? Maturity towards soulmates. Appreciation is here. Balancing. And what is the energy surrounding messages in the numbers? 11. You have, see how many you have. You have, you have 4. You have the door to romance. Let's go. Walking away, right, from a contract. And you have anxiety or a mental injury or a mental block. It's okay, because it still looks good. Spirit, what is the spiritual message for dating for water signs that cannot be seen in the physical but is there in the spiritual? What does water signs need to know or see? The Desert Prince, and it jumps on top of the energy deck towards expanding the world. Growth. Let's go. It's coming. It's coming. What is the spiritual message for maturity and the soulmates? Maturity towards soulmate, Spirit. Thank you. The High Lord of gratitude and service. Let's go. Being thankful upon actions. Paying attention. And 4, the spiritual connection of 11. Paying attention to numbers. In case you didn't know, I read numbers and colors. I'm Leah, right? Woo! You have 2. Powerful messages here. So here we go. You have the spiral dancer. Circular rotation in perception. Some of you are in a constant cycle. But this is a card of 5 needs to change. And some of you are what? Headed towards your destiny or your purpose. The map maker of destiny is here with that balance. Let's go. Water sign. So you got a lot going on, but it's all good, right? So let me put these cards in a way I know that they go, okay, a certain way. Okay. So let's go. So your first message out is dating. Dating. Dating is a card of 8. And let me tell you something, water signs. I'm hot. Seem like I've been getting hot with these readings, but listen. A lot of major numbers have been coming out for a lot of signs are 8s and 9s and 6 and 5. So 5, 6, 8, 9, okay? And so here's dating. Dating is a card of 8. What is the 8? Calling for a spirit in a situation. Spiritual rebirths and rejuvenations, also known as transformations. So changes are getting ready to occur, right? So in this image, you have a feminine and a masculine. But the masculine is offering pink flowers. What is the pink? The pink talks about romance, right? Compassion, passion, partnership, friendship, business ships, right? Peace, joy, kindness is being offered. So Spirit says, look at the clothes, right? Look at the clothes of the feminine and the masculine. So when you look at the gown that the feminine has on, the feminine has on a pink gown and pink flowers in her hair. But the difference is the pink roses or flowers in her hair, right? They're a light pink, and the gown that she wears is a dark pink. Pink is the same color as the flowers that the masculine is offering. So you're talking about being in a peaceful state, being in a joyous state. It also talks about friendship, right? Partnership, whether it be, like a business situation, work-wise. So you have pink here. But this masculine wears 3 different colors. Look, a purple cape that talks about the power or the empowerment of, right? The gold and the blue. The illumination, right, of being calm. That's the blue. Being relaxed. Being in a peaceful or a kind state to offer these flowers. So someone is coming in, and then the thing about it, what surrounds them, the main colors that I notice is the green and the reds. The green talks about the abundance, the success, the wealth, the new growth, the growth, right? The green light to move forward. And the red talks about love or defeat. So is it the abundance of defeat or is it the abundance of love? So when you talk about the abundance or the green light out of defeat, it talks about someone gaining their strength to make an offer. And when you talk about abundance and love, someone has built up their power. That's the illumination of power. That's the gold and the purple to make a solid or a calm or a peaceful or a joyous or a kind offer of the pink roses. Let's go, Scorpio, right? So that's what's going on in this dating. So when you get into energy, they're telling us here that a restriction is here. Whether it is a restriction or finances, a financial constraint. This is a card of 4. What are the most injuring and damaging numbers on the board at this time? The 4s and the 2s. So what is the 4? The 4 talks about the grounding, what needs to be grounded, stabilized, settled down, calmed down, brought down, right? 4s also talks about what needs to be what needs to be rejected, what can be buried, what can end, right? What can be complete. 4s also talk about what is going on in the root of a situation, what is going on surrounding a situation in the foundation or structure of a situation. When I say a structure, this can be a home, a work building, any type of office building, any type of standing structure, right? But when you talk about foundations, it can be a foundation of a relationship. How tough is your relationship built? If there's any type of weakness up in here, whether it be mental, emotion or physically, it's going to fall. It's going to crumble, right? So financial constraints. And they're telling us that someone's mind needs to change. See? Because you have the seventh chakra, which is the crown chakra, that calls for change here, because this is a card of 5, towards the financial or the restricting energy. And these two cards together make the 9. What is the 9? The divines or the heavens of the most high calling for your attention in a situation. So what is the mental blockage that is being created here, right? About this dating situation? Do you feel like, that the person is going to reject you? Do you feel like you don't have enough strength behind you? Do you feel like you're not abundant enough? And I'm starting to see that when you talking about two people becoming one, the twos, because it's two people, right? Becoming one, people have it in their mind, this could be talking about this, that they have to have all this money. They have to be rich. Listen, when you come towards a person in love, and I'm going to tell you, like I told air signs, I believe, or was it the divine feminist, one of them, when you go towards a person with defeat on your mind, right, you are going to get a defeated action or reaction to what you're offering or what you're asking. Anytime you go towards someone and you know you want to be with that person, you must have it within your mind that you are going to be successful and you are going to be with that person. What is up with this? You know what I mean? So this could be talking about somebody has it in their mind that they don't have enough. I'm not enough. There's not enough. And they're telling you it's time to get out of this, because being in this mental block or the creation of that mental injury about money or being restricted is causing you to be stuck. No. The Garden in the Gate talks about the creation of being stuck. And then the thing about it is, when you look at their seventh chakra and this Garden in the Gate, they're turning their minds, or they're turning their heads, or they're turning away from each other. You have the seventh crown going away, and then you have the feminine energy going away. See? Because the financial constraint is here. Someone has it in their mind that they must be rich or have money in order to offer it, and until they get it in their mind, they're going to be stuck. You see? Because the Garden in the Gate talks about being stuck, and the Garden in the Gate has came. You are the third sign here that the Garden in the Gate has came out for. Now, what is the Garden in the Gate? It talks about the feminine energy. What is the feminine energy? The feminine energy is the negative hold of energy. Negativity. That's what makes you weak. Being stuck or trapped within the gate of restriction because you are distracted, right? So here this person looks at the butterfly, right? You have a person who's looking for a change, and they just cannot seem to find it or grasp it. What's going on? And they're distracted because even if you were within the gate looking at the butterflies and the flowers, you are still staying in the same position, stuck, standing still. And my thing is, if you have a basket full of flowers, why are you looking at more flowers? Can't hold anymore. So get out of the position of being stuck. So what is the Garden in the Gate looking at or staring at? The Desert Prince. What is the Desert Prince? Survival and false promises. The butterfly is that way, and so is the Desert Prince. What is the Desert Prince? The Desert Prince is a card of one. The one you, the one thought, the one journey. Needing to know that you have strength behind you to face your emotions or a life situation, or needing to be purified and cleansed, because you have ancient wisdom here along with spiritual wisdom. Moon in that pyramid, right? The main colors of the Desert Print is the white, the blue, and the gold. And the main color of the card is brown. When you talk about the white, what is the white? The white is the purification or the clarity of grounding or rejecting, being calm, and the illumination of, because those are the four colors. There are four main colors here, right? Once you get a grip or grasp this desert prince and get out of this survival mode, or you get the spark of an idea towards your survival mode, you are going to expand and grow. Now, it's tricky, or it could become complicated, because these two cards make the four. And when you dealing with fours and twos, any action, any thought can change from positive to negative, light to dark. So you have to be careful, but it's all good because they're telling you you have the opportunity to grow or expand. And this world is a card of two. So you must be careful. So when you talk about dating with the two people, twos talk about doorway, gateway, opportunities, missed opportunities, communication factors of conversating and debating. Conversating is the talking and the agreements and the compromising. The debating is the yelling, the fighting, law enforcement being called out, the disagreements, the negotiation, or the misunderstanding of communication. You see what I mean? So, in order to get out of, you having that negative thought, you don't have to have all this money. You don't have to be rich, right? You just have to figure out how to get out of that stuck position to move forward. Do you see? That's how I go. So they're telling us you have a choice for growth, or you have the option, the opportunity, missed opportunity upon growth. And it seems like it's all about your mental, honestly. Getting it in your head what needs to change, the seventh crown or the mental factor. So let's go, water signs. Do you want it? Do you want it? Do you really want it? Because if it was, that's just like, just say, you was watching the TV and they said, okay, if you go to the gate gas station, on, ABC Road, and that's where the winning ticket is for $5 million. Do you know how long that line will be? Do you want it? Aren't you going to stay in that line for like 5 hours to get a ticket because you know that you may have the winning ticket? Do you want it? Or do you get to the line and say, dang, I ain't know 1,000 people was going to be in front of me. I ain't got time. So are you willing to fight or wait for it, or you just going to give up when you see how hard you think it may be? It's not hard. So let's look at financial constraints. Spirit says financial constraints. Let's see what's going on with this mental block or the mental injury. So you already have the Knight of Swords, the fighting and the resisting, the warring, the battling, right? Mental. Clarify the Knight of Swords. Options, choosing, distractions. Seven of Cups. So resistance towards options, choosing, distractions, right? Clarify the Knight of Swords with the Seven of Cups, Spirit, water signs. So you have a few. Six of Swords, Ace of Coin, Queen of Coin. Resisting options, resisting distractions, moving away, right, from value, right? Moving away from value. Why is water signs or someone that deals or pertains to water signs moving away? Because someone is in the indecision of love or defeat. I'm not sure, right, if they're gonna accept my offer of dating or not. I'm not sure. So I would rather move away and recover, right, from my emotional or from an emotional state, right? I'm not sure. So, someone wants to come in, but they're not sure, or they're scared. I'm not sure, because when I say scared, what are you scared of? I'm scared of the rejection, but it's all in your mind though. When it comes to this dating situation and who I want to make an offer to, you see, I'm scared, right? So the divine value is towards who? The feminine energy that holds value. Now let me talk about this feminine energy, because we're talking about energies here. Who is the feminine energy? Why is the feminine energy here? The feminine energy, even though the Queen of Coins is here, is an energy that is wounded or injured upon value, right? This could be someone who thinks that they're not valuable, you see, because you want to move away and get away from asking them to date or making an offer towards them, you see, right? Injury, solid injury. Someone who has the power, right? Because that's the purple. Someone who's compassionate, because that's the bunny. Someone who pure heart, but it's something that they're not seeing according to their value. You see, I'm not valuable because they don't want to date me. Babe. Don't forget that your mind is crucial, right? How you think is how you move. How you think is how you act. How you think is what you attract. Never go towards anyone or any goal with defeat on your mind. Plain and simple. So what's up under the bottom of the deck? The page of coin, you see? Towards what? The worry. Look, 9 of swords. And they're telling us that is what? Devil. Devil towards what? The commitment, or spiritual leader, spiritual teacher, spiritual pathway of laying down burdens. You see that? 10 of staff. So, the Knight of Coin coming in here, right? Making an offer towards the willpower. Or going through the doorway, gateway, or the threshold for that dating solid offer. And they're wishing for this offer. Right? Of balance. Look, justice is here. So let's backtrack. Y'all know I like to backtrack. I backtrack so I can keep the story together. So solid offering. Someone is coming in with a solid offer, but they're worried. Never travel in defeat. I told you that from the beginning. I want to come in and make a solid offer, but I'm worried. See that? I'm worried. Worried about what? I'm worried about being rejected towards a commitment. That's the dating. In my journey, that's the offering or the dating. Yeah. I'm worried that I will be rejected or no towards a commitment when I make an offer towards this dating. You see that? Right? Laying down burdens towards making an offer. Someone is getting out of their way. Someone needs to get out of their head and start movement. See that? Getting out of the way to make a solid offer. You see? Right? Offering the willpower or the opportunity, right? Wishing and hoping for justice to be served. Let's go. In what? In dating? Or within your mental restriction? Or within your no action, no passion, no drive movement? Staying stuck. You must go into survival mode to move forward. What is this survival mode? Let me make sure I keep it together. The solid offer. Look at all these offers surrounding the willpower. A solid offer of material and physical, right? Towards willpower or the doorway, gateway, threshold. That's the 2. And then you got an offer in the back of, see that? Emotion. So you must have the willpower, right? So emotional offer pushing you through the threshold in order to gain your solid offer or receive your solid offer, right? Someone is praying for a balance. I'm praying for someone to tell me yes when I come and make my offer. The willpower, that's this desert prince, is this. That's this, right? And the world or the expanding or the movement forward is this. You see? The star in justice. Getting out of your mental block. That's why justice has the sword down. And praying and hoping for a new way or a new day or wishes to be fulfilled when I come in and make this offer towards the balancing of this dating situation or who I'm coming for, who I want to date. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you something. When somebody come in and they give you all this formal asking out, or they just, sometimes people don't know how to be like that. They just be like, listen, man, I like you. You know, I told you I like you and I really want to be with you. Can we like give this thing a go? Don't say like, oh my God, I don't want to be with them, because look how they ask me. Listen, man, do you know how hard it is for people to even just step up to the plate? You know, you have people who will sit here and play around with this for years. They will be by themselves for years, or they will be in these relationships and all these one night stands for years because they don't know how to come in and open their mouth and ask for a relationship or ask for you to be with them or pair with them or link with them or bond with them or connect with them. So they're telling us that this person is wrestling with restriction in their mind, but they feel like they're not enough or they don't have enough. Let me tell you something. In order for someone to come in and in order for it to work, don't you have to be vibrating on the same frequency? If it was a person who was lower than you, block, stop so fast. But if you sit there and allow them to talk and speak with you or drone in to that connecting factor, go ahead and give them a shot, man. It's not going to hurt. You never know who's your blessing or how your blessing is coming in. And some of you have been in a situation that you've been playing with this ideal of dating for so long that soon as someone comes up, you ready to reject them. But you've been praying for that. That's why the star was there with justice. But maybe you would reject them because, oh, I don't like what they wear today. I don't like those shoes. So, you know, maybe it's not their mind restriction. Maybe it's yours. So you better tighten up, you know. And then the thing about it is, being a water sign, right? Because I'm heavy Scorpio, yeah? And being with a Pisces and being around Cancers, a lot of us, we kind of like who likes us back. You know what I'm saying? Or we kind of like back who likes us. You know, like if somebody comes up and just say, oh, I like you. You might say, oh, okay. But you're going to start checking them people out or that person out. And sooner or later, you're going to start liking them or taking a liking to them. We're not just going to run out here and say, you know what? They fine as hell. I'm going to go over here. No. Now, you know, if you want to go over there and, you know, quick, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, that's on you. But the thing about it is when you start talking about relationships and bonding and dating and connecting, we like who like us. And then when you do like somebody, what is it about that person that you like? We're not children anymore, you know? So, you know, you've been praying and wanting this relationship, and you never know how this person is going to come in. But now they're telling us that a person is wrestling in their mental. I don't have enough. I'm not enough. Well, the only way to find out if you're enough or if you have enough is to go in there and try to talk to that person. And even if you're not even coming on the dating level or the dating tip, being friends just to get to know each other first would make a whole lot of difference in the world. Ain't nobody said you had to jump into bed with these people. Nobody said you had to jump into a marriage. You know? So what's the mental restriction? Look at all this swords. What's the mental restriction? Got a whole bunch of cards. Look at here. The truth about news. Look at all this stuff and juggling. Coming. Somebody's coming. So when you talk about maturity towards a soulmate, first of all, let's talk about this mature thing. That's why I said we are not children. We are adults. What needs to change, because maturity is a card of 5. Some of our ancestors, angels, spirit guides, they are in here. Even though you don't see them, even though you don't feel them, even though you don't hear them, and they are promoting you and pushing you forward to grow up, right? And do what you need to do towards a soulmate. And what is this soulmate? A card of 6. Master number 33 makes the 6. But all together, this is the 2. What is the 2? Decisions, choices, opportunities, missed opportunities. Doorway, gateways, thresholds. That's that 2 of staff. Are you going to go through the threshold or not? Right? 2s also talks about communication factors of conversating, the agreements, the acceptance, the understanding, or the debating talks about the fighting, the yelling, the arguing, the misunderstanding of the communication. 2s also talks about 2 becoming 1, bonding factors, linking factors. So now they're telling us maturity towards a soulmate. You have a choice. I told you someone is coming. I never said that you had to get married. I never said that you even had to be in a relationship. But that friendship, yeah, why not? You never know how your blessing is coming. Are you mature enough to accept it or not? Are you mature enough to see it or not? But you have help, right? So when you talk about soulmates, what is this card talking about? You have a feminine and a masculine, feminine butterfly and a masculine butterfly. Look, changes. Butterflies talks about changes. Yes. Love, that's the hearts. You have stars, right? And you have spirituality, because that's the symbol of spirituality. Look, those little things that look like shells, spirituality, incoming, because it makes a difference of which way it turns. If it comes in, it talks about, incoming spirituality. You don't want to go the other way. No. So a lot of colors are here. You got the green, the red, the yellow, the blue, the pink. It's a lot going on. And then the thing about it is, it's like both of these butterflies have birthed from their cocoons. Look, white cocoons. When I say someone is coming towards you to change your life for the better, only thing about it is, baby, you got to see it. Feel it, know it. This person is writing a letter. Communication is coming. Someone is getting ready to pour their hearts out. Spirit says someone is getting ready to pour their hearts out. When I talk about, you see it, learn it, or know it, look at all these books. Books talk about clarity and wisdom. And then you got your spiritual side up in here pushing you forward. Write the letter, accept the message, accept communication. You know why? Because this is literally life-changing, life partners, long-term. See what I mean? So when you talk about appreciation, see there? The 6, the balance. We got more balance. You got 2 balances back to back. The creation, of the balance. The creation of the balance. Sorry. So this is a 6. This is a 6, making the 3, right? The creation of the appreciation towards a soulmate, or the soulmate towards the appreciation of you. Y'all better get with it. When I say changes is coming, maturity. How someone views you, sees you, how they even come visit you in the spiritual. Yeah, I know about it. You supposed to know about it too. What has a person learned? What has a person seen? What is the light being illuminated that they're picking up? What is the frequency in which you are vibrating? Right? See that? So when you talk about appreciation, which is the 6, someone is releasing in order to see the beauty. That is also called maturity. Yeah. Yes. So what needs to be released, or what was released in order for someone to see beauty in front of their face? Now let me tell you, this is a feminine energy. What has caused this person to be a feminine energy? They have not seen the value or the beauty yet, because see, this woman or this feminine is looking at you. They're not looking at the flower, even though they hold the flower in their hand and it's a pink flower, pink flowers. Something has been released, or something is getting ready to be released, because that's a white like cloth, releasing, clear, purifying, release, let go. But they have not seen the beauty, even though beauty is in their hand. You see? So they're telling us, right, that something is being let go. And then the thing about it is, when you talk about the feminine energy and the injury of this feminine energy, they have not seen the beauty yet that's in their face, right? But they're coming around, because this person wears green and brown. It's a green and brown dress here. Look, green and brown. It is the grounding or the stabilization of abundance, growth, success, wealth, new growth, or it is the rejecting, burying, ending of abundance, success, wealth, new growth, green light, movement forward. But because there's a pink flower in front of their face, there is no ending of anything outside of what was meant to be released, so they can go towards that pink. What is the pink? Relationship, compassion, passion, friendship, peace, kindness, joy. They're getting ready to turn around. I told you someone is coming. And when they face that pink flower or that pink rose, that balance is coming. It's coming, right? So then they tell us your spiritual message is the high Lord of gratitude, selflessness, humility, and conscious action. A card of 2. What are the tools? Tools are one of the most damaging and injuring numbers on the board, because your mental, conscious action, your consciousness affects your action. Should I go forward? Should I fall back? I can't go this way. No. Move forward. Accept the offer or take that step. Because you are literally being offered another white flower. The purification of clarity of the pink. More pink, more white, more pink, more white. Flowers everywhere. Flowers everywhere. And then there's a bird. Communication facing out up towards the water. Communication coming in upon emotions or life. Life situations. Yeah. Listen, you're either getting ready to take a step towards maturity, or the growing towards a soulmate, or your soulmate is coming in towards you to tell you about they appreciate the wait, or they appreciate you letting them release whatever they needed to release so they can see the beauty in you. It don't matter. When I say love is here and this person is coming in here for a balance, you'll be crazy not to accept it. Anyway, and when we talk about this selflessness, what actions have been committed towards bringing your balance towards your life must you see, or must you understand? Someone has released to purify in order to see or return to the beauty of a connecting factor, or a relationship, or a situationship, or a friendship, or that bonding, connecting, because this is the two, baby. Don't forget that. But together they make the 8. What is the 8? Spirit. Calling for a spirit in a situation, spiritual rebirths and rejuvenations, also known as transformations, right? So, when you talk about the High Lord of Service, right, it's a lot going on. The main colors of the High Lord of Gratitude and Service is the white, the brown, the gold. Or, no, the white, the brown, the orange. The white talks about the purification or the clarity of the grounding, that's the brown, or the rejection of illumination, that's the orange, right? But in this card, what are the main colors? White, pink, orange. The purification of love, relationship, friendship, situationship, kindness, peace, joy, passion, and the way being clear thereof. So you have the option, because it's a 2, to reject or accept, because that's the brown, this new friendship, love ship, situationship coming up in here. And there's the purification of the offering of the flower. I'm coming pure intent. Or because they're sitting down and it's over the root, I haven't, my root holds nothing but purity. And then they want to come up here and offer these flowers. So you got flowers here, the pink and the white. And then when you get back, then you got flowers here in the soulmate, and they're red. So white, pink, and red. Come on, man. So let's look at, let's look at this maturity factor. What? Yeah, somebody's grown up. Somebody has grown. Someone, they already told us that they released. Who could have released the brain, the creation of that balance? Soulmate. Could be. Or if it's not your soulmate, it's you. But somebody has released to get back to focus of the pink flower or the pink rose. And they're grounded in abundance. Who rejects abundance? Who rejects growth? Oh, no, I'm not going to grow up. You know why they not going to reject the growth? Because they told us somebody has grown, somebody has matured. So there's no room for rejection of the growth or the new growth or success or wealth or, yeah, what have you. So spirit, let's clarify maturity. Clarify maturity. What is this maturity towards the soulmate? King of Cups, or a masculine energy that is the positive holder of love. Positive holder of love. King of Cups, baby. Spirit, clarify the King of Cups. Making an offer towards the unseen, unknown. Making an offer towards a reflection, right? Making a spiritual offer. Now listen. The King of Cups. They're telling us that the King of Cups, or the energy, is abundant, because that's that fish, right? But the King of Cups is also on a journey, because that's the staff, in love, because he holds the cup in the other hand, okay? And I'm going to stop saying he, because we're talking about energy. We're not talking about people. So you're talking about energy, right? So they're talking about them coming in here making a spiritual offer. Or you can have somebody in here making an offering to the heavens, asking the heavens or their spiritual side, please allow me to proceed and move forward towards who I want to be with or who I'm supposed to be with. That can go that way too. Spirit, clarify the moon and the page of cups, because it tells us about someone who has laid down their journey or their action to make this offer. Look. See how the staff is on the side of them? Someone has laid down their journey or their action and their passion to literally come up in here and make an offer of abundance or plenty towards a spiritual connection, right? Could be to the heavens, yeah. And then the thing about it is, water is here. Water is here. So far you got 3 cards. You have 3 cards all about water, baby. Water, water, water. Water in the King of Cups, water in the Moon, and water in the Page of Cups. Water, emotions, life, or being cleansed and purified. So clarifying the Moon and the Page of Cups, you have the 6 of Swords, the 9 of Swords. Here comes the mental. The Fool towards the Who? The Lovers. So you have mental and major. So someone is ready to move away and recover away from mental worry. So when they come in here and they say, I'm gonna make an offer to the heavens of the divines. They could talk about somebody who made an offering during this Taurus moon we had, the new moon in Taurus. Because when you talk about Taurus, what is the Taurus? Taurus is the earth sign. So what is the earth sign? It talks about somebody bringing down, coming down, stabilizing, grounding. Right? That is the brown. Someone made a offering to the either the moon or the spiritual side. And don't forget, we got spiritual up in here again, because spiritual is here helping this feminine energy, right? With the communication factor, you see? So someone made an offer, and this offer that they were asking for was for them to move away from worry, settling down, calming down their mental. I gotta get out of my head. I want to get out of my head. Please take me out of my head, move me out of my own way. I don't want no mental injuries. Indecision and love upon open road, that's the orange, of recovery. Away from worrying, away from being mentally depressed, away from being mentally down. So when they ask to move away, and this mental blocks or the mental blocks moves out the way, literally, what is going to happen? A new beginning towards the lovers, right? But you have to be careful, because you have this dog in here, and the dog talks about friend or enemy. A new beginning where a friend or enemy is watching the person, which is the masculine energy of love, right? They're watching them, because the masculine energy of love becomes the fool in a new journey in love. But when you say, well, why? Where are they coming from? They're coming out of worry, because their staff points back, yeah, and then that staff is red. Red talks about love or defeat of the pathway, which is pointing back. So they're out of worry, right? So they're getting out of worry, which they told us they were moving out of worry anyway, right? That's what they said. Bye, go. And now you have someone watching them come out of their worry. And when they come out of their worry for their new journey, they're going straight towards the lovers. They're literally going past that person and going straight over here to the lovers. Boom. You see that? The two becoming one. You see that? What else is in here talking about spiritual? See that? Spiritual. Spiritual offering. Spiritual help. Someone has went into the spiritual realm and received assistance. Help. And then like I said, this person is a feminine energy. So what is it that they are not strong in, that the spiritual must come in here and help them? You see? Oh yeah. So when I say it's coming, it's coming. So when you revert back, right? Let's revert back, right? So when they talk about someone maturing, who is maturing? The King of Cups. That's why the offering towards the spiritual realm was here. See that? When you talk about their soulmate or that soulmate, which is the balance, to bring forth the balance, what has occurred? Someone has made that offer to move out of being worried, because they see the value and the appreciation, right? In that new beginning, past the little hating person or the evil person who literally want to see you fall over the cliff. They don't want to see you stand straight and walk past them. And when you talk about selflessness and conscious of action, that is the lovers, baby. That is the lovers. And then these two cards together make the 8. Spirit up in here doing what spirit does, bringing it all together. Someone had to move out of their mental, right? That's why I said what needed to be released in order to turn your head back towards that beauty or see the value. This is what needed to be released, because that is the white cloth. And when you talk about that pink rose or that pink flower, this is the pink that they are going towards. The new beginning towards the lovers. Y'all better get with it. When I say somebody is growing up and they're moving forward and they're getting out of their head, they're getting out of their own way. I want this so bad, Leah. Because maybe, and I ain't even gonna say maybe, because when you deal in the spiritual realm, depending on how you communicate with the spiritual side or the spiritual or the higher ups or your ancestors, that's why I tell you all the time, make sure you deal with your ancestors, please. I deal with mine every day because they are going to tell you everything you need to do or what's coming towards you. And when you deal with divine spirit, that's when you step out the way and let spirit guide you and lead you. That's that chess queen. Because at the end of the day, spiritual side or the spiritual realm, they never leave you wrong. Depending on what spirits you're dealing with or what spiritual side you're dealing with. Because just for every light, there's a dark, correct? So now, let's get into your spiritual message. I've been waiting. So, when I say somebody's coming, somebody's coming. And when they come, they're coming to stay. Hello. So, what is your spiritual message? The first signs to get it. I have not seen this card in a while. Spiritual connection 11. 11, 11. Messages in numbers. And what a coincidence, I deal in numbers. Let me stop. So, when you talk about 11, the 11 becomes a 2. What are the 2s? Pairs, doorways, gateways, opportunities, missed opportunities, right? 2s also talks about the communication factors of conversating and debating. That's that talking, right? When you talk about the conversation or just like a calm, cool, just general, that is the agreements. That is the understanding between the 2. That is the compromising. Well, if you want to be with me or you want to be friends with me, can you not ask me to hang around your friends because I really don't vibe with them? Yes, I can accept that and I'll make that happen. When it's just me and you, it's just me and you. If a friend stop by, one of my homeboys or one of my homegirls stop by, I have them to leave because that's affecting our quality time or our bonding time. Plain and simple. Anytime you start having your friends around your girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, and wife, isn't that when problems happen? So why do you allow it in your life? You know what I mean? Why? It's just like saying you accept the problem that they bring to you and your relationship or you and your person. Use your head. You know what I mean? When you talk about the debating is the fighting, the disagreements, the yelling, the law enforcement being called out, or the miscommunication or the misunderstanding of talking. See? 2s also talks about the bonding factor. Quality time or the bonding factor. Same thing. 2 becoming 1 or the connecting factors of 2 things, 2 people, 2 situations. And then the thing about it is 11, 11, 11 makes 33. And what's the 33? The 6 balance. You see that? So isn't it funny? Because you have for some door romance is also 33 card 33 that makes the 6. So the balance within the balance makes the creation of you understanding and communicating and receiving the messages towards the door to romance. You see that? Not hard. Not hard. So then the other situation is they're telling us that someone is walking away from a contract or a situationship that they thought was balanced, but now they've learned the clarity that is not balanced because they were blinded the whole time. See that? Right? So these two together make the balance. The 6, another 6. Yeah. The balance of someone walking out of the gate or walking away from a contract because the contract is in the gate of restriction, and someone walking away and they looking back to make sure that the gates are closed, that is in and it's over with, because they are going towards change. That's the butterfly, and the illumination of the fairy. So the illumination of change outside the gate, and whoever's doing it, they are either doing it in a peaceful state or a peaceful manner, because that is the pink. This person wears the pink. What is the pink? Just like the pink flower. The joy, the peace, the happiness, the kindness, yeah, towards passion, compassion, friendship, partnership, relationship, or relating factors. Leaving out of a contract that blinded them in the balance, that they've learned clarity. It's time for me to move on and do my own thing. And then these two are feminine energies. Not being able to see would make you a feminine energy. Not being able to balance clarity would make you a feminine energy, right? Being an innocent bystander, not knowing what's going on as all the white in a contract, not knowing all the laws or the restrictions within a contract. I mean, because you don't know, you don't see, it makes you a feminine energy. And this person has accepted their loss, even though they may be still hurt. Yeah, that makes them a feminine energy. But they say, you know what? I'm going to cut my losses and go into the gate of illumination of change. See how that go? Then you have someone over here, I'm worried, oh my God, I'm worried. Mental block, mental block. Worried, I'm worried, I'm worried. And I don't know what's going to happen because the storm is in the background. Your head is down. Head is down. What is the 9? The 9 talks about the divines of the heavens being up in here, calling for your attention to a situation, anxiety, getting out of your mental restriction, getting out of your head, please. Right? Storm is brewing. Storm is brewing. And then they're telling us that the worry is towards a balance of the factor of 2 becoming 1. 2 bonding factors. Worry. See that? And then it's so crucial because these 2 make the 2 again. 2s. Right? Worried. I'm worried. I'm worried. I'm worried about a situation or another person. Right? And I'm still ended up in confusion. I'm still ending in worry. Whether it needs to be something that you need to talk about, discuss, because don't forget the 2s talk about the communication of conversating and debating. Yeah. So when you talk spiritual, your spiritual messages, you have what needs to change. The card of 5. The purification of love, or the purification of defeat. Because the card is white and red, right? But inside is pink. Pink, more pink, more pink. All of this is pink. Pink talks about friendship, partnership, relationship, peaceful, joy, kindness, happiness. So the purification of love towards being happy, or the purification of defeat in happiness. What needs to change? When you talk about the spiral dance, a circular rotation in perception. What is it that you're not seeing? Round and around we go. Round and around we go. It's like a never-ending cycle. Round and around we go. When you talk about round and around we go, this could be somebody in their head going over and again, causing worry. Oh my God, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. You could talk about the contract situation, marriage, some type of situation where it's just dragging on and on and on. When is it going to be over? On and on and on and on. No settling down or no balance, right? And when you talk about the door to romance, is this going to be the right door? Oh, I'm going to have to try another door. I'm going to have to try another door. I'm going to have to keep trying all these doors until I find the right one. You know what I mean? Some of you are in this stage, and then some of you are like, listen, man, everything gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be brought to a balance. So when you talk about the balance, settling down those mental worries and mental injuries is coming. Yes, it is coming. And these two, right, make what? 6. Balance. Balance. The creation of balancing towards a contract. It's here. More balance, more 6s. And the balancing towards the daughter romance, more 6s. So your end result is 666. Oh my God, Leah, that's it. No. Balance within a balance within a balance. And those 3 balances make what? The 9, the divines, the heavens, the most high, calling for your attention in a situation or the situations. Oh, they up in here all day. So let's look at this. 6. The balance. Paying attention to numbers. What are the signs? What signs have you been seeing? Water is here. Illumination is here. A rainbow that represents the covenant is here, or the bonding factor. It's here. Rocks is here, talking about being grounded and solid. Yeah. Show you again. The illumination. See that? Waterfalls. Covenant, rainbow, the rocks, being solid. Let's go and grounded. Spirit 4, messages and numbers. Clarify for water signs. 9 of Cups. Let's go. 9 of Cups, baby. Happiness. Clarify the 9 of Cups. Oh, that came out fast. Oh, happiness towards the worry, collaboration, worry. Being in your head. Come here. Look. That's how it looks. So you got happiness. That's the 9. The 3 of coins towards anxiety. Listen. The collaboration, right? Or the working out. The creation within the creation makes the balance. Balance. I'm worried towards my happiness, right? I don't see the storm brewing in the background, right? And don't forget, this is a card of 9. Look up there, 9. And it is what? 9 of Cups. 9, 9, 9, 9, right? Creation within the creation. Clarify the 3 of coins, spirit. Water signs. Okay. You have 6 of Cups. 4 of Cups. Whoa. Woo. King of Swords. And I'm finna explain it to you. What is the creation within the creation? The creation of being solid, the creation of people, right? Creation. Contemplating, leaving someone in the past. Contemplating, leaving someone in the past. Listen. 4 of Cups. Someone holds a new journey in love in their hand, but they are focused on the attachment. What is my attachment going to do? What is the person who I want to be with is going to do? Okay, let me show you. What is my attachment going to do? the person who they want to go towards in the door of romance to be with. That's the attachment, right? Show you. Show you. When you talk about the Four of Cups and the attachment, wait a minute. Four of Cups, Three of Cups, not the Four of Cups, Three of Cups. I want to be in a new journey in love, but I don't know about my attachment. Who is your attachment? The one who I'm walking towards when I leave the contract. You see that? I want to be in a new journey in love, but I'm not sure about what my attachments are going to do. Who is your attachment? The one who I'm worried about. I'm worried. I'm worried. Attachment, worry. See? Right? Leaving someone in the past. Right? And here's the Six of Cups. A new journey in love and leaving my regret behind, or the person who I'm going to leave regret with for this person to deal with. See how the sun is illuminating that person back there looking in that cup? Were they looking for love? Because that's a cup. But here's another cup. I'm on my journey. You see that staff in that cup? I'm leaving them with the regret. You see that? Or I'm leaving them with the Four of Cups and the One of Cups. So that one and the four is the Five of Cups. I'm going to leave them in a regretful state. Right? So you say, who's doing this? Who's going to leave someone? The King of Swords. Someone, right, who is the masculine holder of positive energy within their mental, is getting ready to lead someone behind, and that person is going to feel regret, or they can feel regretful that they leaving them, but I must leave them because I am focusing on my attachments. I have two journeys in love. Look, right? So when you say the Four of Cups and the Six of Cups, who's going to have the Ten of Cups? The King of Swords. The King of Swords. Now, let me show you something. Ten of Cups is here, right? When you talk about that spiral rotation, circular movement, round and around we go, that change, what needs to change? What needs to change is someone needs to get out of their head about what their attachment is going to do and take action. Because you have the journey and the love in your hand, but you're not moving, right? Change that. And start concentrating on what? That balance. You see? When you talk about someone journeying in love, a new journey in love, and leaving that person in the past with that regret, where's the problem here? That circular rotation, you turn your head back to look at that person instead of forward and going towards your new journey in love. Right? See? So when you travel, just know that you're traveling to what? Bring a balance. Right? So when you talk about this King of Swords, that little logical person, the little logical king, that masculine holder of mental the mental stability, because see, you hold a new journey in your mental. You see that? And what has the King of Swords done? I have changed my circular rotation, card of 5, right? So I can bring forth my balance towards my journey, right? With inspiration, willpower, right? Or my authentic purpose. So getting out of that mental block, see how the sword is on this side? What needs to change? Perception in that circular rotation to journeying that staff towards that balance in your destiny. You see that? You see that? That's how that go. That's how that go. So when I say somebody's coming, somebody's coming. Who's coming? The dominant solid person in the mental. And they're coming to create or collaborate the creation within the creation that brings the balance towards your happiness. You see that? You could say air sign, but we ain't talking about signs. We talking about energy. See? Talking about energy. So let me see what's under the bottom of the deck. I just want to know. Oh my God. Oh, I ain't gonna go too deep. Oh my God, Lewis on the bottom of the deck. It's a lot of majors. Oh. Okay, we gonna stop. Let me show you real quick. So you leaving so someone's leaving somebody behind, right, with their regret. So here's the message to the person who they're leaving behind, right? For you, the Empress. I've had a new vision, or I made a new offer to see things differently pertaining to a lover situation. Right? You see that? For the Empress. For the Empress. For the Empress. Because don't forget, if you looked at the feminine, divine feminine, love and spirit reading, the divine masculine came in there and delivered a message. Right? So now they're delivering another one here. Woo! Empress, Empress, Empress. I've had a new vision towards the lovers, right? And my decision is towards the high priestess. Woo! And that is going to bring a balance or end my journey of being alone. You see that? Y'all better look. Y'all better get with it. Why has justice been served towards the hermit? Because that mental block has been laid down. And the hermit has no choice but to go towards the light. So let's see real quick what the light holds. Ooh. Ooh. Wait a minute. Okay. What does the light hold? What is this hermit journeying towards? A solid offer. Right? Of destiny. Oh, towards what? My abundance, my illumination, my success, my wealth, my growth, my ultimate success. The sun. Oh my God. Listen. I'm done. I'm Leah with Enlightened Mystic Essentials. So until I see you for your energy reads, take care. Work it out. Figure it out. Anybody who needs to talk to me, comment. Like, share, subscribe. Yeah. One thing about it, we don't beat around the bush over here. We get it in over here, and I tell you everything. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I'm straight up, you know. So I love this reading because guess what? It was for me too. I got like 4 or 5 planets in Scorpio. So anyway, until I see you guys next time, work it out, figure it out. And what are signs for those who gonna accept the date? And for those who are going to accept love, and for those who are going to see, let me show you. For those who are going to accept the dating, yeah, congratulations. For those who are going to see and accept that their soulmate has matured, congratulations. And for those who have seen the signs and the symbols and the synchronicities and has asked for that help or is accepting that spiritual help, congratulations. Because it all works out for your balance. Everything was here about 6 changes towards a balance. Spirit up in here creating transformations upon the divines, right? You go to the divines, you ask for change, spirit comes down and does what the spirit does. I keep telling y'all that. Listen, congratulations, and just make sure you stay out your own way. That's all you got to do for you to obtain your happiness, your balance. Your sun is arriving. The sun has arrived.